Hey everybody, what's up, man? I'm Go by J Peso. You are now tuned in to Walking to the Moon podcast, man, with the Trilla Amigos. I got my co-host here with me.
It's your boy Crank That.
Hey, we got a special guest, man. We got a special guest tonight in the building.
I wouldn't even call this guy a guest. This guy's like a legend.
A legend, a myth. What are you saying?
The man, the myth.
The man, the myth,
the hustler, the legend. There's too many to describe this man here.
Mr. Chino Tha Hustla, man. We got him in the building today.
Yes, sir.
How you doing tonight, man?
Good, man. Glad to be here. We've been talking about this for a minute, so I'm glad it's finally happening.
Right.
Thank y'all for having me, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man. I just feel like you got a lot of stuff going, and shit, people need to tune in to what you got going.
All of Amarillo needs to tune in to what's going
on. All of the
on.
Panhandle
you know what
area,
I mean?
Man.
Yeah.
Especially the events that you do and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, a lot of those community event give-backs Chino does run to, and a lot of people don't see, so...
Yeah, man, we do got a lot of events coming up. Whether it's concerts or giving back to the community and stuff. I think the one that I should highlight the most right now would probably be the Back to School Barrio Bash, of course.
Yeah, that's coming up, huh?
That's
Jeff Renteria.
Yeah, Jeff Renteria is always making that
name drop
like full-time big event. Like, he's always put in so much effort and time into that, and along with a lot of other people from the community. So yeah, that's gonna be really cool coming up in August.
August the 11th, everybody. So if y'all ain't got nothing to do, y'all make sure y'all pull up to Alamo Park, man. And if y'all can, y'all make sure y'all donate, man. Hit Jeff Renteria up and get those donations in while y'all still can, huh?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, Chino. Well, man, I want to start this podcast off with this question: with who is Chino Tha Hustla?
The guy right in front of you, bro.
Yeah, I know that. But for the people who's watching, man,
somebody who don't know
Chino
you,
Tha Hustla,
we've known you since we were young. Probably, we've all grown up together. To somebody who don't know Chino, who are you? How would you describe your personality, yourself, your life?
Chino Tha Hustler is a entrepreneur, mostly self-made person, dream chaser, go-getter. And my life is kind of unique compared to your average person, so I think that's kind of why I've always stood out a little bit more than the average person.
Yeah.
And I take different avenues of things that I do. So
you say your life's unique. You've met quite a list of artists. Let's see, you got Ice Cube, Paul Wall, Young Jock, Little Baby, DJ Khaled, Cardi B, numerous artists, celebrities. Who was the very first one you've ever met?
Oh, I think about that all the time, man.
Stumped him almost.
Hit you with a top one.
Yeah, I think about that all the time, and
because I've seen you with pictures for years now with different celebrities.
And what's funny is, I used to post pictures. I still do. I post pictures all the time, and when I did it at the beginning, I'd have people like, "Oh, that's Photoshop. That's Photoshop." And this was like, man, I think I've been posting since MySpace days of celebrities.
Hey, that was the faded Chino.
Yeah, that's when I had a fade and less weight, and So, but then whenever me and my cousin started doing live videos on the red carpet, and Amber Rose is passing by us, and we're like, "Dang, look at that ass!" Stupid shit like that. That's whenever people were like, "Oh, dang, this guy's for real out there."
Yeah.
He's actually meeting people. So
who was the first?
The first one, the first one that I can remember that I met was Little Flip.
Little Flip.
Yeah, and I have a vague memory when I was a kid, standing in line at a park getting autographs from some guy.
Was it when he used to Club Cabana?
He came at a club South Beach, which was before Club Baloo.
Okay, yeah.
So that's where he was at. That was my first concert, and that was one of my first concerts. Juvenile was actually my very first concert. He came when I was in 5th grade back in 2000. You probably remember that, right, Peso?
Yeah.
The Dilla Villa?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the first concert.
Dilla Villa.
I didn't get to go, man.
Yeah, that concert
I was on punishment.
Was crazy.
Nah, man, I just didn't have no money, man.
Yeah, SPM was supposed to show up. SP didn't show up. But yeah, Lil Flip was the first one, and I remember he was the first one I ever got an autograph with. I fell for the promotion, the marketing tactics that they do on the radio. Like, better get there early. Doors open at 7. I was there at 7:00. He didn't show up on stage till like 1:30.
Oh, yeah. You know how that goes.
So yeah, like I learned my lesson. Like, sometimes it's just they just say that to get you there early. But yeah, so that was the first one. I still actually have that autograph. So
nice.
Well, I got another question for you, man. What made you want to hustle?
What made me want to hustle?
Yeah.
So first off, man, when people think of a hustler, they think it can go several different ways. So sometimes I hear
because first of all, like you took hustling, like you really ran with that name,
right?
In my eyes,
Oh man, that's all I've ever known.
That's why I want you to let the people know, really, what made you want to hustle. I don't know if it was coming from being broke, not having.
Yeah.
You had fun. It was something you felt you wanted.
Right.
What was it?
Man, I think what like the earliest that I can go back to remember, I remember I wanted to get like a job when I was really young, and my mom told me because I wanted to start working like as soon as I was like 14 or whatever age you can get a job at Sonic or whatever, and at the time she's like, no, I don't want you to work yet because I want you to focus on school, and then you're going to get a taste of that money, and then you're not going to want to keep in school. So I was like, well, shit, if I can't work, then I got to hustle and like do my own thing.
Yeah.
So at the time, man, my very first hustle was...
I think I've heard this earring story.
That was a question, right?
What
made me want to hustle?
That is a question.
We'll say that for later.
But, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean,
So what made me want to hustle?
Together, though,
I've done my research.
Yeah.
I've done my research.
So what made me want to hustle was partially that, but then also, man, before it was cool to be an entrepreneur, a business owner, like working for yourself, but because that's the cool thing to do these days. I wanted that before, and I just wanted the freedom of being, my own boss and not having to say yes to somebody all the time and working for somebody. So that's really what made me want to start hustling. Yeah. So yeah, I've always been like a salesman to some degree.
Cool, for sure.
I had a question about one of your events last year. How was it to get invited to the what is the part?
Golden Globes?
The Golden Globes.
How
was that,
How
bro?
does it feel? But
let me re-ask that question.
Let the people know how do you even get invited?
Yeah, let me re-ask that question real quick. All right. So, Chino, I wanted to ask you about an event you went to last year. You were at the Golden Globe Awards.
Right.
How do you get nominated to even go to that, or does it invite, or how do you end up there, bro?
That one, out of all the award shows, that one's one of the hardest ones to get into. And luckily, I got invited by somebody that I knew that was a part of that. So to put things in perspective, you got like the Grammys, the Billboard Awards, all that. I go to that almost every year. But the Grammys is here and there. The Grammys you have to be invited to. You have to be a part of the Music Academy. You got to go through registration, all kinds of stuff, or know somebody. And that one is like 15, 20,000 people in the Staples Arena. The Golden Globes is literally like, I think, 200 and something people in a room. So it's kind of like you're going to the size of a basic small quinceañera. And what's crazy is like the Grammys, the Billboards, whatever, you have thousands and thousands of fans and all kinds of people, whatever. Whenever you're in that room at the Golden Globe Awards, there's literally more security there than people. So it's extremely hard to get in that room. But I got invited through a friend that I knew, and man, it was crazy. I could probably talk to you about that for hours, but I'll keep it short and simple. So they have like tables everywhere in that room. Every single table has A-list celebrities on there. And, they have their other people that are co-starring or whatever. So I was kind of like jumping around from table to table. And, man, I went from a table that had, what's that dude's name? Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen, that dude from Happy Days. Man, I'm bad with these names. He's an old school actor. So it was him and like all kinds of other people, and you would just see it like everywhere, man. Like there was celebrities everywhere. And so I went from that table, I jumped to another one. It was like the girl from Wednesday.
I know exactly
What's
what
it?
you're talking about.
Man, I can't remember nobody's name.
Man, we're
right
gonna
now.
have to get a computer.
Yeah, so I went from that one, then Ti was right behind me.
You know Ti personally though, right?
Yeah, I kind of know him a little bit.
Yeah.
So we got to know each other a little bit since I've been around.
I think I've seen him.
Does he be like Chino?
And so the Elvis's daughter, the one that passed away, she was in that room, and I seen her. I didn't try getting a picture with her, but then what's crazy is like I think a few days later she ended up passing away. So I seen her a few days before she passed away. Rihanna passed right in front of me. But the thing that sucks, man, it's bittersweet. You can be in these rooms, but like here, anybody from here will be like, "Oh man, Rihanna's right in front of you. I would have been crazy jumping over. I'm your biggest fan." It's not.
Yeah.
But whenever you're in that environment, it's like you're around like legendary directors, producers, actors. So if you're running around like, oh, get a picture,
fanning out,
yeah. they don't like that, man. I met Quentin Tarantino, asked him for a picture, and he's like, could we just say hi to each other? And I was like, man, what a dick. But yeah, Rihanna like passed right in front of me, man, and
everybody says she smells good. Did you catch the smell?
She did smell good. Yeah, she had no security around her.
Countless interviews. They're like, Rihanna smells like heaven, pretty much.
Yeah, I couldn't ask her for a picture, and that was one of the ones that I just got to keep up here, man.
Were you like starstruck, or you just like, I don't want to fan out on this?
With that one, I was like, I felt a certain way. I really don't get starstruck unless they're like huge.
Who's the last person starstruck you? Where you're like, oh man, I can't even believe I'm seeing this dude.
Mariah?
Nah, probably
J-Lo?
Probably the one that I can think of that I got starstruck the most was like Johnny Depp. And then J-Lo was one.
Yeah.
That recently.
What's Boozy like?
Boozy's cool. Boozy's, he was kind of quiet when I met him a few times.
Boosie.
Like he coming to get that bag and then he's bouncing.
Was it?
Boosie.
Boosie?
Yeah, no, Boosie.
but he put a Z in Boozy Badass.
All right, man, well, check it out.
Anyways, yeah.
I got another question for you, brother. How does it feel having all these people knowing you, bro?
It feels good, man. I've definitely always believed in take care of your people. Your people will take care of you.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, the past couple of years haven't been the easiest, but it's definitely showed me that it was like a tax return on my character, man.
Okay.
Like, you know, I was like, man, I hope people like realize the kind of person that I am and the values that I hold and what I'm about and what I'm not about.
Okay.
So when, you know, certain instances people were trying to slander my name or whatever, the community of Amarillo and other people, not just here, came up and said, hey, listen, that ain't how that dude is. This is how he is, you know. Yeah. So it's definitely a good feeling, but it does have a double-edged sword because, you know, so maybe I don't want to be seen at a certain place or this and that, but then
every waitress, every cook, every cashier.
But like in this town, like
somebody getting you on their story.
Yeah.
Like
so
when I see you, I fuck around.
Hey, I be snapping him too. He's a local celebrity.
We got a celebrity right here.
Now, like the other day, man, I was like, I woke up in the morning and I was running late somewhere. I had to go take care of an errand. And man, like my hair looks horrible, bro. When I wake up, it looks like alfalfa. Like
so you're a regular,
like a troll. You know the trolls that they used to have at Burger King, the little trolls.
When we did your birthday video.
Yeah, I gotta look like that. Horrible, bro. And I was like, I'm not gonna get out of the car. Like I'm just gonna go drive here, drive back home. It's gonna take 10 minutes.
I don't know what you're gonna see.
I'm gonna go in chanclas. Like, you know, I probably, you know, whatever. I just look like crap. And then sure enough, man, I'm like 2 minutes from my house. Pull up at a stoplight. What's up, Chino? I'm like, oh shit, hair messed up, bro. Everything, but overall, it's
a good feeling.
It's a good feeling, man. And
he's still in his Versace robe.
But I like it, man. Honestly, that's why. That's really the reason that I haven't moved out of here. I've seen so many great things in my life, but I stay in Amarillo because the people, and then you know it feels good to know people everywhere you go. So you know. I've been in big cities and stuff, and it's not the same. You know, it's a beautiful city, but then you kind of feel alone because, you know.
Do you ever get noticed in big cities?
A few times, yeah.
Probably what, like
I'm more
Dallas?
of a local, like, known guy. I'm not, like, nationally.
Oh, bro, you're Panhandle known for sure. Pampa here, like.
One time in, actually, I went to the weekend, and it was in Dallas. And I was going down the stairs in the Cowboy AT&T Stadium. I was going down the stairs. And then I heard like 2 people say Chino the Hustler, and then I look, what the fuck?
He's like, run.
I ran into some people at the Drake concert in Dallas too, man.
And they knew you?
Yeah.
They're sitting right behind
How
me.
is that? Is it weird when other people know you?
Nah, it's cool.
It's cool.
Whatever it is,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
cool.
like, hey, you see me? I'm here. I'm doing something.
Yeah.
You know?
Cool.
There was a time in LA, somebody had recognized me out there. We stay around the same places. Like they start to
So many times.
they start to know you and stuff. Yeah, it's happened here and there.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. On them celebrities, nicest and meanest celebs that you met.
Nicest
One.
ones.
And
Nicest one versus meanest.
And who's the meanest?
Nicest ones that I can think of would be. I think I would have to give the nicest one to Baby Bash.
Bash.
Baby Bash, yeah.
Already.
Baby Bash, I've met him a lot of times. Sometimes you'll meet a celebrity and then they're like nice because they're in a good mood, but then you catch them like in a rush or whatever, then they act kind of shitty towards. Always seeing Baby Bash, the way he interacts with his fans and the way he did it with me, that he's always shown love. One of his famous saying is "Don't be a dick, take a pic." So he takes a pic with
That's
every
tight.
single fan.
That's what's up. The smoking nephew.
There's been times where there was one time that we were waiting on him to finish eating and we were going to get a picture with him, and he's like, hey, are you guys hungry? Y'all want to eat with us?
Oh,
Like,
that's cool.
Invited y'all to
did you
sit
eat?
down.
Did you eat?
No, I didn't eat. We just got through eating, but he was real nice. And
Should have sat down and had a drink. Yeah, we both thinking the same.
yeah, Baby Bash is probably the one of the nicest. I mean, there's so many others that I've worked with or met or whatever.
Who's the meanest?
Meanest.
So
Quentin Tarantino. Not
the meanest was I think I want to say Nicki Minaj. I'll
Oh.
probably say that one was mean.
Why is that?
Yeah.
She was probably just busy, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, may he rest in peace, but Debo wasn't the easiest person to work with.
Oh man, I had a question about.
We
Tiny.
bumped heads a lot. We laughed and
With that being said,
argued and everything.
what was it like chilling with Miklo and Tiny, man?
That was cool. Yeah.
What was it like, bro?
Miklo and Tiny were cool. So Miklo from Blood and Blood Out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We brought him twice, and I got to go out and eat with him and hang out with him, spend time, and he was, he kind of showed me a lot into like stuff that you wouldn't know about the film industry and whatever. So he was cool.
Did you know one thing about him, man? I bet you nobody asked him about. Sorry, bro, to interrupt you, but I bet you nobody asked him about Street Fighter.
No, nobody did.
What about Street
Because
Fighter?
everybody was
He was
about
king.
everybody was about
Street
Blood and
Fighter.
Blood Out.
No way, for real?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always picked Ryu, bro. I was a
He was
Ryu.
king in Street
That's
Fighter,
crazy.
but, but okay.
Yeah.
So you got to go eat with him.
Yeah, so he
Did he do
showed
the
us a
famous
lot.
line that this is the best thing I've eaten in 7 years?
Hey,
No, I should have asked him. He did tell me,
bro.
man. He did tell me that he's like, yeah, man, it's kind of it's kind of hard now these days because I did stuff when I was younger, but now I have kids, so like my kids watching Blood and Blood Out, and then he sees me sucking Big Al's finger.
Oh God, bro.
Like, Dad, why did you do that?
I can't even watch that scene, bro. As an adult, I can't imagine his kid.
It's like, Dad, why'd you do that? He's like, well, son, it's part of the job.
Oh man,
It was cool when you brought him and I met him, man. Homie was like, "What's up, gangster?" And I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" Shit. He was just like, "What's up, man?"
did he call you Vato Loco?
Nah, he called me gangster.
That's tight.
And I was like, "What's up,
That's
man?"
still
He was like,
certified.
"Shit, what's up?" And shit. And I was just like, "Man, how you doing?" La la la. And then my homeboy that brought me with him to go see him, he was just like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He shook his hand. We took a photo and stuff. And then my homeboy Johnny was like, "Man, he didn't tell me that shit." And I was like, I don't know, bro.
Say, you ain't no G.
He called you a gangster. He didn't call me.
I don't know, man, but yeah, it's cool, man. When I didn't realize, man, till like I was watching the clip on YouTube of Street Fighter, and I seen him. And I mean, I've seen Street Fighter a long time ago, whatever.
Oh, you're talking about the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I've never seen the movie.
And I was like, fucking Miklo.
what
right
year
there.
is that movie?
Well, I seen him like
I don't
in
remember what the year
Street Fighter and all that, but whenever I seen him go visiting all these cities, they marketed him as Miklo, Blood and Blood
That's
Out,
it. Right?
Because not too many people know about the Street Fighter. So when we brought him here, we did the same thing. Me and Tommy.
Did you ever
Backer.
meet Magic?
Magic?
The guy who plays Magic?
Yeah, I met him. Somebody
Right?
brought him
I was
here.
about to say, I think I seen a picture of you and him together as well.
Yeah, somebody brought Magic.
How was he?
He was nice. He
Cool
didn't really
dude.
say much. A lot of these celebrities, you meet them, you get a picture, they don't really say much. If
Hey,
it's
how
just
you
like
doing? Blah, blah,
like,
blah.
hey, how you doing?
What was it like chilling with Tiny?
Tiny was.
Oh, you spent some
rough.
days.
You said
with
he was
him.
the meanest, no?
No, he wasn't the meanest. Nicki Minaj was the meanest.
Okay, no, my bad.
So when Nicki Minaj, I met her. She was at an award show. She was talking to somebody, and then I asked for a picture or something. Maybe I just caught her at a bad time,
Yeah,
bro. But
that's
she
all. That's all it
maybe,
was.
but I don't know. But then she like.
She's too pretty for that.
She turned around and looked at me, and then she knew I wanted a picture, and she goes, "Oh no!" She goes like that, like
no time.
Like I'm too busy for you. Like,
ain't had time
but she
for
put
it.
her hand on my face, so that's what made her. That's why I labeled her.
Did
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, smell it.
He's like, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Fucking with you.
Tiny was cool.
You spent a few days with him, right? Because y'all were touring, kind of.
We spent like almost a week with Tiny. So we brought him from. And in case you don't know who Tiny is, he's better known as Debo from Friday. If you're watching, but he's we got him and we flew him into Albuquerque. And I thought, man, I'm gonna be able to sit down and eat and hang out with Tiny, this and that. I had like this image in my head.
Yeah.
And then my buddy that was with him, he called me and he's like, "Hey, bro, y'all need to hurry up. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, this guy's a dick." And I was like, maybe it's because the way you are. And then I showed up. Nah, sure as hell, man. Like I told him, well, tell him he could get whatever he wants. We're gonna be there. We'll eat. We'll talk. And then we showed up, and I man, I'll never get it out of my head. He was like eating the shit out of this ice cream. He was like, just like enjoying it.
Yeah.
And then they gave me the bill, and it was almost $200. I was like, yeah, bro, let's just go to Burger King and head back to Amarillo. Like, just Tiny was $200 fucking at Papa Do's. So he ate that, and anyways,
That's a big boy. I mean,
long story short, we were with him like for almost a week. We brought him to Amarillo, and that was probably one of the funnest times that I had with hanging out with the celebrity. And I had full access to him. We hung out at his hotel room. We would go to McDonald's, like Olive Garden, and people would.
Did he start warming up after a while?
Yeah, but he was like, he was a sick guy, man. He had like I forget what he had, but he would kind of get like in his little moods as old.
This was
older men
only a
get.
few months prior to him passing, though, too, right? Or maybe 6 months to a year or something like that.
It was like less than a year, I think. Less than a year. So whenever they're older, like I have family relatives that they're old men and they have diabetes or whatever. They get cranky. They switch back and forth. So that's kind of how he was. But he'd get pissed off sometimes. He'd be firm about his business, and then we'd be laughing at one time and this and that. But he told me so much. And I didn't know, just like you didn't know Mikla was, well, people don't know that Mikla was in Street Fighter. They know him more for Blood and Blood Out. Tiny was telling me, oh, well, I've been in hundreds of movies and videos, and yeah, I was in Michael Jackson's music video. And I was like, man, no, you weren't, bro. And then he's like, yeah, I was. Look up Remember the Time. And I was like, man, that's my favorite Michael Jackson song. If you're in that video, like, man, that's crazy. And I looked, and he's one of the guys that's chasing Michael Jackson, like the pharaohs or whatever.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the Egyptian
right.
people.
Yeah.
He's like, pause it right there. And then I looked at, oh, shit, you were in there.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
look, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So he was telling me how it was hanging out with Michael Jackson and stuff. And
That's tight.
It's cool.
That's tight to hear that
That's
story.
legendary.
yeah,
That's what's
I
up.
brought him to the barrio, and we ate at La Frontera. Shout out to Mary.
Already.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Name drop.
Shout
So,
out La
yeah.
Frontera. It's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Fire.
So, Chino, would you ever do a celebrity boxing match? And
Oh.
like,
fuck?
I'm asking. I'm curious.
Amarillo
'cause
celebrity?
maybe we could set that up.
Hey, where's Beto at? He ain't show up.
Yeah, I'm just curious, bro. I mean,
Yeah, I'll do it with Bobo, so Bobo can knock me out.
Oh, okay.
Make it quick
Hey,
and easy. He'll just
that'd
knock
be
me out
tight.
right there.
Okay.
Nah, bro. I seen a video of him knocking the guy out. Sound like a
So
gunshot.
you would take Bobo on and on
Yeah,
a
I'll take
local
Bobo.
one, and how about a real celebrity?
Probably Screech, bro, because Screech is dead, so I'd have a good chance.
Or
Yeah.
Pete Davis.
Yeah, Pete
Fuck
Davidson.
Pete-
Yeah,
fuck Pete
I
Davis
gotta
up
take
for-
him. Yeah,
for
yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah, I'm a lover, not a
For
fighter, bro.
Kanye.
I'll be like, hey, we can
bro.
work it out.
For Kanye.
For Kanye.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer
Hey,
that.
he's sticking up for everybody. Kanye, Nicki, he's like, no, you caught her on that day.
All right. So, man, I've been watching you, bro, for a while, and we've been friends for a minute too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I see you with a girlfriend here, sometimes there.
Oh,
whatever.
shit. Here we go, Pistol.
You know.
Uh-oh, a hard question.
But, so Chino the Hustler, do you ever plan on getting married? And what type of woman are you looking for?
So that's what y'all called me over here for, huh?
Hey man, I think some ladies would like to know. You know, maybe some ladies.
If they tuned in this
would
long,
like
they're
to know.
definitely interested in Chino, right?
I mean,
Man, I'm always like on the fence, bro. To be honest with you,
On the fence of
because
getting.
I've definitely have had experience like to where I was basically married, but I don't know, man. No offense to anybody that is or isn't married, but sometimes I see like the the trade off not being too great. You know what I mean? And as a man, but
Wow.
then sometimes you want to have the same girl for the rest of your life, not just go through different women or whatever. So I don't know, man.
different strokes, different.
If I
folks.
find the right one and I see that that she's they were made, were a good
Compatible.
match. Compatible. There you go. We're
So
compatible for each other
what's
for a
that?
long
Like,
time. Then, yeah.
Well, in that question, it was what type of woman are you looking for? Like, what type of woman is Chino into? You know, what type of woman would probably get you to settle down? And
Definitely good at attracting the crazy ones. That's what everybody told me. No, but
crazy one.
somebody that's gonna match my energy, and I have like a different kind of mindset too. I'm not like the like basic, you know. No offense once again, but I'm not like a 9 to 5, come home and throw a football around with the kid and watch.
Bro, I've seen you jump out of a jet and being on a beach in a boat,
Yeah.
like literally all in the same
And watch
week.
Netflix till I fall asleep every day, kind of guy. Like that's really not me. So I'm pretty adventurous, and then I definitely want somebody that's gonna be like matching that kind of lifestyle and definitely somebody that's not going to just stick around for benefits and match the hustle and be a team. So I've always told myself, when I do get into another relationship, they got to be an asset, not a liability.
Okay.
So it's the person you're with is either an asset or a liability, and there's no in between. So once that person's a liability, like it's not gonna work. So somebody that's gonna be an asset, pretty much. So yeah,
Need a partner.
a partner.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But in marriage, man, when you do it for a period of time, man, it's almost like a not necessarily partnership, but it's like, man, I got a badass partner.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody else hold
You
you
get
down
the right
on the other
one.
end.
You get the right one that'll hold you down, or
Mhm.
vice versa. You hold her down, she hold you down. That's man. That's the life, man.
Yeah, I've always admired your marriage, for the record, bro.
Yeah, I think
Because y'all been like through thick and thin, and
Man,
that's
since high school.
that's kind of like the kind of person that I'm talking about, like a ride or die. A lot of people get married these days. I mean, I feel like a lot of women get married these days because they want the wedding, the ring, the dress, the party,
The Instagram post.
the Instagram post, the title,
then
the
they're
sparks.
divorced like fucking 4 years.
Yeah.
With another Instagram
Yeah,
post.
they want it for the image, and then women are also quick to be like, "Oh, I got a ring, bitch. Where's yours? How come
You're not cuffed up.
How
like
come your
I
man
am.
ain't bringing you Starbucks? Because women are like that, man.
Hey, it's
They-
gruesome out here.
So yeah,
Man, how did you? I don't know if everybody knows, but how did you get into DJing? You were a DJ at one time here in Amarillo, on a radio station, not just at parties and shit.
so I got into DJing because a real close person to me told me that at the time I was working, I think at a call center or something like that. I was young. I was like 20, and he said that, hey, I went to a job fair today. Did you know that 93.1 The Beat was hiring? And then I was like, for real? What are they hiring for? He's like, I don't know, but they're hiring. And at the time, I knew a guy that was friends with the main person that was on 93.1 The Beat. Or he was his brother, actually. So then I told him, hey, man, I heard they're hiring. And then he's like, yeah, you should talk to my brother. And his brother ended up was Element. So shout out to Element.
Oh, really?
Name drop.
And so I bumped into Element at Walmart. Element told me, well, this is what you need to do to get hired and this and that. If you really want it, you're going to have to work for free. You're going to have to do an internship. And then maybe later on you can get paid for it. But you got to intern. You got to learn the ropes and stuff.
For sure.
So long story short, Element got me into that door of 93 on the Beat. And then he introduced me to Dina E. she's the one that ultimately hired me. Learned a lot from them. Very grateful for those people. And so that's what got me into 93 on the Beat. I was there for a few years and then took a break, did the entrepreneurship stuff. Then another opportunity came at me with Tommy the Hacker.
Name drop. Shout out Tommy.
Yeah, shout out Tommy the Hacker.
Yeah.
Shout out Tommy and Element for sure.
And Tommy, Tommy definitely showed me a lot as well. So I learned a lot of different stuff from Element, which is somebody that's still a pioneer in the city for the music industry and everything. And I've learned a lot from Dina E, and then I learned a lot from Tommy the Hacker, also Angel D, and other people as well. But
Element put me on my first WT game to photograph.
oh, really?
Yeah, bro. Shout out
man.
Element. He really does put
Yeah.
on for the people. Like if he sees that you're doing something positive, or that like you're just about it for the love of it, he'll put you on, bro.
Yeah, and that's what I'd asked Element one time because I knew a lot of people were after that job, and I was like, how did I get lucky to get this? And I said, hey, bro, like what made you choose me and kind of get me in the door, vouch for me compared to everybody else? And then he's like, well, I seen you out on those streets handing out flyers because I used to hand out flyers for promoters and stuff like that. And he's like, I saw you handing out flyers for like the Yin Yang Twins concert, for the Lil Scrappy concert, all this stuff that was coming to town, and you were getting involved and you're about it, So that's why he told me that he put me on 93.1 and stuff. So
With the internship.
yeah, the internship.
That's cool. Well,
And then that led on to like the DJing parties and stuff, which I still do. I'll DJ like private events, but I just don't do clubs and stuff like that no more. So I'm just like a
private DJ.
Private DJ.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I
Hit
still
up your
enjoy
boy
it.
Chino for your next
Private.
event.
You need them for a private event.
You know what I'm saying?
So if you need your privates DJ'd, I mean
Yeah, whoa. He's like, that's a different number.
Yeah, man, a celebrity private DJ, man. Y'all can have them for a certain amount. You know what I'm saying? So, where does Chino the Hustler take a girl on for the first date? Where do you take her?
Ooh.
You take a girl for
Nice.
the first date, man.
on the first dates, I like to wine and dine, man.
Do you?
Hey, that's why they
I
be
love
falling in
food,
love
bro.
with you, see?
I love food, and I really think that it's one of the worst places you can take a girl on the first date. I think is the movies, because the only time you have with her is walking into the movie with her, getting the snacks, and then the whole movie you can't talk.
For 2 hours.
For 2 hours. So you're just sitting there like, oh, just looking at each other. And then whenever you leave the movie, like it's like, oh, well, hope you enjoyed it. What'd you think about it? Like, it's kind of whack,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Boring
It just
date, yeah.
depends. The first date, nothing crazy. I love restaurants and stuff like that. So
Take her to a nice restaurant.
yeah, take her to a nice restaurant. That might be kind of basic, but I've been known to like do some stupid shit that I've kind of calmed down on because sometimes
Flowers, candy, a nice restaurant. That's what you do. Pretty much basic
Pull
shit.
up in the limousine with the tux on.
yeah. But I mean,
I've seen it.
there's been a time where
Do
like
you wear your suits when you go out on fucking?
nah, nah. Well, it depends, bro.
It depends on how bad she is.
I mean, I've done like some crazy stuff. Like I've flown girls out. I've said like, we've hung out or whatever, but I just be like, hey, you want to go to an award show? Like we just skip the movies, the dinner, everything.
yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'll buy you a dress. You want to go to the American Music Awards? Like,
That's what's up.
yeah, I think you find it. Like,
Hey, that's a boss move. Though.
Yeah,
That's
man.
boss move.
Not many people can.
He's like,
do it
Peso,
like
don't
that.
ask me about my game.
yeah,
That's what's up.
I knew this one girl. I'm not gonna put no names out there. Or
Say
nothing.
you
Say her
wanna-
name.
He said you want to go to a.
Don't do it.
I gotta say no names, Katrina. But anyways, nah, her name's not Katrina. Nah, I knew a girl, man, and she was. I was trying to holler at her forever. You're gonna laugh at this shit, Peso. So I was hollering at her forever on Instagram and I knew that she'd gone through a breakup with her boyfriend. And I was like, man, why don't you come hang out? We don't gotta do nothing. We just hang out and shit.
Toxic.
And she was already split with him, bro. And then so I went to the Kentucky Derby, and I was like, hey, do you like horses? I see that you like horses, because she's like into like the racing and all that stuff. She's like, yeah, I love horses. And I says, well, why don't you come out to the Kentucky Derby with me? And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, what'd I say? Because we were talking about her ex-boyfriend. She's like, I don't know, I just got out of a relationship. And I was like, we just hang out. And I said, he'll make you cry, I'll make you fly. I sent her the boarding pass.
Hey, Peso's gonna put that in his next song.
That's a bar right there.
That's a
He'll make you
bar.
cry, I'll make you fly.
Yeah, he'll make you cry, I'll make you fly. So I
Hey,
put her
what-
on a plane and she met me out there, and it was some
Chino
fun shit.
copyright line. He gonna make you cry, I'm gonna make you fly.
Yeah.
That's a good one, man. That was a good one.
That's a good one.
I got some things. I got this. I got a little portion on this podcast, man. I'm gonna call on the fly.
On the fly.
On the fly.
On the fly, man. You're gonna choose one
Okay.
or the other.
All right.
On the fly.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready. Let's go. These are like quick little shotgun
On the
questions.
fly. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You know,
It's whatever comes to your head first.
Okay.
whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
All right. Hope
know
it's
what I'm
not too
talking
crazy.
It's like Walmart or Kmart. That was the question.
Oh, I thought you was bullshit. Walmart or Kmart.
Walmart or Kmart?
Yeah.
We don't even
It's
got a
hard to
Kmart
find
here.
a Kmart.
Yeah.
You gotta go
We
out of
got
town to get a
Target.
Kmart.
That's
Walmart all day. I
Walmart.
miss Walmart when it was 24/7 though. I'd be
Hey.
that guy 3 a.m. shopping for stuff.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
For real though.
It ain't like that no more, huh?
Nah, man, no more.
Shaved or bush?
Dang, Peso, you
Dang,
want to warm
bro.
up a little bit or?
We can't ask him what color
You got to get warmed up.
I like my garden.
All right, blue or red?
Garden shaved, like because the city
Shaved.
gets after you, then weeds get high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's
So
how I like my grass
you get a
too.
fine.
That's to be funny.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
daisies at a
For sure.
even
Already.
level, no weeds or thorns.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Nice.
I'm a Nike guy
Nike.
too.
I'm a Nike guy too.
Ass or boob?
I'm a bug guy, man.
Bug guy?
Yeah, I'm a bug guy.
KFC or Popeyes?
Popeyes.
Popeyes?
Popeyes has
Man,
the best
that's
chicken,
the one
bro.
down on Paramount.
Ooh.
Do you really think so?
I know so. I love Popeyes,
that,
bro.
That mild spicy.
Ooh.
The one on the boulevard sells the best chicken. Anyways,
Name drop.
Lupitas or La Chosa?
Lupitas.
Lupitas.
OG.
You already got it.
On 10th though.
Top or bottom?
Top or bottom?
That's a long answer. My boy is thinking a little Chino.
What's with the sexual questions, Peso?
Hey man, this is what people want to know. I took a poll on what question.
Get
people
the-
wanna know.
The top, because only lazy dudes get on the bottom.
Hey, that's a bar.
But when you're on the bottom, then you know what the girl is about. You know what she knows. Tells you a
Okay.
lot.
Most of the time they crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's them forceful women. Get on the bottom, Chino.
Okay. You pitching or catching?
What the fuck?
Whoa. I don't even know if I'm gonna be part of this
Next
podcast
question. What the hell are you talking about, Peso?
Hey, this is what they want.
No Diddy.
Who's they? Who's writing this shit?
Man,
Who the hell took this poll?
Hey man, I got hey, Facebook people, all right?
I didn't see this on your
I'm gonna
Facebook.
go-
I follow you. I follow you adamantly.
I'm gonna go at every one of your friends and tell them this is some bull because I don't appreciate
Radio or
this.
podcast?
Now
Ooh,
podcast.
Yeah.
Because
true.
radio is a
Dead
tough
almost.
industry, man.
Yeah.
It's a tough
Yes.
industry. You know, the radio stars are not even radio stars anymore. It's the YouTubers now that are famous and TikTokers and shit.
It's the reactors to
joining
the,
the gang,
to the
baby.
music.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan or Ultimate Warrior?
I don't even know what Ultimate Warrior is.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I guess you're gonna go.
Yeah,
Hulk
I'll
Hogan?
go Hulk Hogan, brother.
Wow.
Ultimate Warrior was the original Hulk Hogan.
Man,
Yeah.
can't believe you don't know. Who
Slacking on that department, bro.
Damn it, brother. Burger King or McDonald's?
McDonald's.
McDonald's got it.
$5 deal right now.
Burger King always smells better when you pass by, but McDonald's tastes better.
It's that flame grill. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
Tommy or Element?
Ooh.
Oh, man. Come
nice.
on, dog.
Come on, dog.
What?
I can't answer that
Can't
one.
answer that one.
Nuh-uh.
You can't answer that one.
They both my dogs. I know what I'm
Can't
That's
answering.
both my guys,
They both
man.
my homies too.
They both have their strengths.
Ooh, you're right about that.
So
Good answer.
they're two different DJs that have their styles. They're
Shout
two
out
different
Corpus
styles,
Christi.
Jay Peso or Beto or your boy Beto?
Beto, definitely, bro. Beto. Beto.
That would have been my
All
choice
day.
too.
Flatlands.
Love both y'all, bro.
Ready? Angel or Shorty?
It's two different styles, bro. You're mixing popcorn with chocolate here. Peso, what the
How
hell?
am I doing that? They're two girls on two different radios. Two
I don't
different
know.
personalities, two different DJs.
On a Sunday, Shorty. On a Monday morning, Angel.
Ooh, my boy got the
There you
bar
go.
answers.
And he didn't even answer the rest of the week, huh? He left the rest of the week.
Yeah, the rest of the week.
Podcasting.
Yeah.
Roro or Marcus Styles?
Marcus Styles is the OG in it, but Roro's the new G in it for sure.
I say like tearing up the turntables, Roro, making you laugh on the radio, Marcus Styles.
Marcus Styles.
Yeah, I miss Marcus being on the radio.
What is that?
man.
89.7.
Rewind, bring it back.
89.9?
89.9
Yeah.
on Saturdays. Used to be fire. You're right.
You might have some street beef after this one, man.
Shit.
after
Doppler
this.
Dave or John Harris?
Hey, it's going down. Gonna
He
make
said
it.
he might have street beef after this.
Happy seeing Doppler
Yeah.
David.
Meet me at 5 o'clock when it rains for dramatic effect on the east side of
And
town.
I know when it's gonna
And then
rain.
it didn't even rain.
Yeah. Be like, man, y'all always lying. Y'all get paid to lie.
so which
for
one?
real.
I go with John Harris because he took the time to talk to us in 5th grade.
That's what
At Sanborn Elementary. He came and fucked with us, you know.
Yeah, I feel that.
Doppler Dave was too busy.
he went to your school because I think Doppler Dave does that type of stuff too now.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to.
Nothing against Double D, you know.
Hey, that's a bar. Double D.
Hey, but I think out of everybody in Amarillo, bro, like I think the most famous, popular person out of everybody is Doppler Dave. Because you could be 5 years old or like 98 about to die tomorrow on your bed and you know who Doppler Dave is.
Bro, I be seeing him at True Fit still working out today.
I yell, I
Yeah,
yell at
bro.
all the famous people
Shout out
in my
Doppler
city
Dave.
when I see them.
I bet so many people like get on his nerves. Like, what's the weather for today, Dave? He's probably like, shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
bro,
I'm
I
trying to
don't
put in
even-
gas,
I
man.
don't even fucking look at him at the gym.
All the
I'm
news
like,
ladies,
like, leave
when
him
I see
alone.
them, I
avoid
yell
eye
at 'em.
contact, bro. I don't even want to bother this dude. I'm sure he's tired of people.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
man.
bother him. I'd be like, hey, hey, Dave.
What do you tell him?
You know what I'm saying?
What do you
I'm
tell
just like,
him?
what's up? No, I'm just
You be
what's
talking
up.
to him at True?
When I see, just when I see him like in the parades. Or,
You be acting like you know him and
I'm
shit.
saying?
Y'all go
What's up,
back.
D? Hey, what up, Double D?
yeah, I holler at all the news ladies when I see them too.
Oh yeah,
What's
yeah, they're
up?
cool.
You know,
Yeah.
it's hey man.
I met one news lady,
They're
she
out
cool.
there doing it for the city. I'm part of the city.
She
man.
would be reporting the live
You know what I'm saying?
basketball games. I was out there shooting, and she was cool with me, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The live reporters got it the hardest too because they be having to do that on the spot.
Okay, blow pop or Tootsie Pop?
Blow pop.
Blow pop.
Blow
Yeah,
pop.
Gum guy.
Yeah, like the gum.
Coke or Pepsi?
Beef in the street.
Coke. Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Oof.
An American classic.
Cool Cats or Queen Bee?
Ooh. That was
You got to go with Queen Bee now because Cool Cat's
Damn,
closed
right.
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Nah, it's open. They reopened it, but
That one's
but
Cool
it's
Cats?
Queen Bee.
I
though.
thought Cats burned down next to the top.
Nah, they reopened it. It's
You know the little frogman died? Did y'all know that? The guy that ran Cool Cats?
Nah.
He died, bro.
Did he?
Yeah, rest in peace, I am.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that.
I run with the snow cones on the north side. bro.
I think I'll say Queen Bee, man, because I've been there recently, and man, dude, like that line is not like. There's a reason why there's that
Getting
line
that
out
money.
there. Yeah,
Y'all don't fuck
Every
with the
day.
Bucks, the Bahama Bucks. Y'all don't fuck
Fuck
with it.
no.
What?
Fuck no.
You fuck with the Bucks?
I fuck with local.
I mean, I fuck with local too, but ain't Bucks local?
Fucking
He fucks
fuck
with Bucks.
Hey, I fucks with the Bucks. No, but Bucks is local too.
No. But that shit's trash.
Oh, it's like a train.
It's
It's, like
trash.
franchise.
Franchise local.
Have you not got
Okay.
the Queen? You got the Queen Bee right before?
Man,
It's been a minute.
I don't really do ice cream snow cone, but I do paletón. Shout out paletón,
Man.
fire, aguas.
All right,
You
that's
know,
what's up.
trying to get an endorsement over here.
Big Boys or Delvin's?
Two different styles.
Go to Big
It
Boys.
is, but still,
Big Boys.
Big Boys.
Yeah, I love Big Boys,
I'm
man.
going with Big Boys too.
Shout out Mariscos.
Yeah.
Louis or Gucci?
Ooh, good question for him.
Uh, Clothing, Gucci, luggage, and accessories, Louis. If I had to choose one, just in general, Louis.
Why in that order?
Louis. I feel like Gucci's more creative in their clothing and their styles and stuff like that, and their accessories. I mean, not their accessories, but shirts and all this stuff. But like Louis is mostly just about the bags for the most part.
Right.
Like their clothing is not how Gucci is.
Their baggage is
Money or
better.
family?
Money.
Money.
All day, 100% money.
Why the answer money? I'm curious.
man, when you have a certain taste of a success to a certain degree, or whatever, you really do find out that you know
Without
money
you
doesn't
can't
make you
do it.
happy. It'll fix a lot of problems, but it really doesn't make you happy. Like the way that family makes you happy, you know. But then again, I'd rather be crying in a Lamborghini than a Honda. So I do want to have money.
That's
But yeah,
another part.
For sure.
yeah, family over money all day.
What's the
Nice.
last one, man? Thick or thin?
Thick,
Thick.
thick.
Already. That's what's up.
Nice.
Gotta have something to work with, huh?
Huh?
Gotta have something to work with.
Yeah, you gotta have something to
He
work
said,
with.
what'd you say to me? I ain't answering no more of your
what?
questions.
You can't be grabbing a two
All
by
right,
fours.
man. Well, I got one more for you, bro. What advice would you give to somebody trying to become the next Chino the Hustler?
I would say not to become the next Chino the Hustler. I'll say become the next you. And work hard. Take care of the people that take care of you. Don't screw anybody over. And it's like Pitbull says. He says, keep learning. Just keep learning, keep learning. Pitbull says the day that you stop learning and stop being a student in life, that's the day that you start dying. So I've kind of taken that pretty serious the way he said that. I think that this is like my own opinion, but I think that there's like a set way that society sets up life. And whenever you you're supposed to graduate high school and then you go to college and then you find the love of your life coincidentally within that time gap. Then you get married and then you have kids and then you have your career and then you retire and all this stuff, which is cool. But sometimes, it's everybody's different, man. Some of us are not cut out for kids. Some of us are not cut out for marriage. So many people that I know have been successful without stepping foot into a college. Then I've known people that have gone to college, they've been successful, and then some that, they got all these degrees and they're still struggling. So it's like, just whatever works for you, do it.
But don't be Chino the Hustler.
But don't be me. Be you. Be you.
Yeah, I was just talking about, because the lifestyle, they probably like it. They see
Oh, it looks
they-
glamorous.
And I mean, maybe somebody doesn't want to just go to work and they want to just, grab some shit and
I
hustle
wanna
that
go to
shit,
the Golden
get some
Globe.
money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they always say that, working for yourself, like, people say, I want to work for myself. I want to work for myself. When you work for yourself, you really don't work for yourself. Like, you still have a boss. Your boss are your customers and your clients or whatever you have. So you could say all day, like, if you're a hairstylist, you could say, I want to work for myself, be my own boss. I'm going to rent this building. I'm my own boss, set my own hours. Well, guess what? If you set hours that are not going to work with people, if you like to party too much and drink too much and close down your shop early and go screw off your Friday and Saturday, your boss, your money, your people are not going to show up on your time. So
That's true.
well, it's not necessarily like you don't have a boss. It's like the people that support your business are your boss. So, there's been so many times where in the past I've seen customers out or whatever and having a good time, this and that, and, having drinks and whatnot. And, I'll say, hey, that person put money in my pocket. I'm going to buy them around. Or, somebody hits me up like, hey, I'm going through hard times. I need help. Or, hey, I just started a business up. I need help. I'm not getting customers in. You'll see me share local businesses. You'll see me, help out people in that way. So,
Do you feel like that's why you've been so successful in the community too? Because I feel like you're always giving back to people, not necessarily like giving back to them in a donation way, but like you said, you'll go in, post their business, their TikTok, go buy some items, and you're a public figure of Amarillo, obviously. So do you think that's why so many people, like you said, would stand up for Chino, or they show the good character for you?
I think so, yeah. In my opinion, I think so, yeah. If you ever see comments that are negatively talking about me, it's mostly people that either don't know me or a very rare occurrence, they got a personal grudge, or I hate to even say it, it's jealousy.
Yeah.
And it's they know nothing about me. But the people that do know about me, my character and everything, those are the people that stand up for me because they know that I do have morals, I do have values. And, if you've ever bought anything from me, hired me as a DJ or whatever, and something goes wrong or whatever, I make sure to make it right. That way you're happy, even if I got to go home with my pockets empty or I got to go fix something. And, there's been so many times where, I mean, not so many, but sell something to somebody and maybe it's not what they expected or whatever it may be, but I'll make it right. I'll give them their money back or whatever it may be. So, so I've always taken care of my people, and I feel like that's why people have taken care of me, especially recently with all this crazy stuff that's been going on. So yeah.
Touching on that a little bit, if you can answer it. I mean, I know you have, pending issues where you can't answer some questions. What kind of advice would you give to people in our area that may sell things as well, or, just so they might not run into that problem?
I would say just do everything legally. So many people have always said, "Oh, the hustler," or like they think of the word hustle. That word can go in so many different directions.
Do you think that had a small effect as to why that it made you a bad representation?
I think some people misinterpret the word hustler.
Right.
So I've heard of, oh yeah, you're a hustler, you're a go-getter. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Then I've heard of, oh, you can't hustle me. You're not going to hustle me.
Type of hustler.
So like to clarify that as part of my name, and sometimes I wish I wouldn't have threw that on my name, but somebody gave me that name and I kind of exploded with that name. So the kind of hustler that I stand up for is a go-getter, like you guys here. And so, you go after something, you want it, you go after it. Yeah, hustle merchandise, hustle products, but do it in a legal way. Don't do it in an illegal way, which, I've had my battles with that. So, but just do it in a legal way, choose the right hustle, and yeah, just take care of your people. Don't hustle your people in a negative way. So, yeah.
All right, Chino. So, do you have any other events besides the Amarillo Barrio Bash coming up that you want people to know about or maybe support?
So there's events that I help promote, and then I'm not taking the credit that I'm bringing these events, but I like to help them and show them love. So NB Riders will be coming back to Amarillo, and they will be at Tacos Garcia.
Shout out.
So shout out to Six, shout out to Element, shout out to Tino at Tacos Garcia, and everybody else making that possible.
Yep.
Live Capital, man, I love those guys. They're always making me a part of their shows as well, some way, somehow.
Shout out.
So they have Young Blue. That one recently got rescheduled, so he's gonna eventually come. And I think that's it. And then the Barrio Bash is the main one.
So Young Blue got rescheduled?
Yeah, Young Blue did get rescheduled.
Cool.
You heard it here first.
Get that money up so I can perform.
And I gotta shout you out, Peso, because there's a lot of artists here in the city and stuff.
Shout out.
Not to categorize anybody, but like, man, like you always like about your music, about your hustle, about always trying to jump on the next show, and man, you're a grinder, bro. Like you're nonstop with your music and your grind.
You're the Chino of music, bro.
Yeah, bro.
No, for real.
Peso the hustler, the music hustler.
Trying to get it, man. But as you being in the music, bro, how do you feel about the promoters and the people that are bringing the shows? You think they're doing a good job? Do you think they could be doing more to be bringing out more people to these shows? Do you think they should be getting more local artists involved with these shows since they're in the city, promoting in the city for the shows? Or do you think, what do you think about that stuff, man?
I think most of the promoters here, most if not all, have been doing a really good job of bringing stuff to the city. I've done stuff I've been the guy that sneaks into concerts all the way to the guy that's signing contracts with artists and picking them up from the airport, feeding them, and having arguments behind the scenes about money with them while there's a line of 200 people outside waiting to shake their hand. Like, I've played every single part in promotions, radio, all that stuff. So I know how hard it can be. Yeah. But I think pretty much all the promoters in this area have done a really good job at bringing shows. I think Amarillo is definitely one of the toughest markets on bringing shows, especially rap.
Hip-hop shows.
Yeah. Rap and hip-hop are very hard. You'll make more with Mexican music, but, there's somebody here in town that pretty much has a monopoly on the Mexican music. Country music does good.
Don't you say her
Yeah,
name?
no.
Why?
No shout out.
Country, no shout out. Country music does very well here. They do great at the Starlight
Oh, they
Ranch.
do killer out there.
But hip hop is one that's really hard. So the only hip hop artists that we get here are either, for the most part, coming up, or they've already had their big time and they've already kind of been less famous throughout the years. But I think that they've been doing a good job. And
I felt like you sparked it up with the Boozy one, honestly. With that Boozy concert, kind of.
well, in all honesty, I didn't have any role in Boozy, but I feel like the same way that when Boozy came,
Right.
like what was that?
Prince helped bring that. Right?
Yeah, shout out to
Shout
Prince.
out.
Was his sister or something? I don't really know, but they tried to.
Yeah, but I felt like after that Boozy concert, like,
they tried to charge me like
that
1,200 to
Mexican
perform
OT,
for
yeah.
that. For 1,200, I'm like, man, quit playing.
So
they quit playing.
I think Boozy was a really big stepping stone because we saw that we can get big
Major.
artists to Amarillo.
And I
like
would
Boozy.
love to perform for Boozy.
And if you paid attention after Boozy, there was shows coming here left and right. And I know there was a big, big old headache with Kevin Gates, but there's reasons why that show had to be moved from venue to venue, and those were legitimate reasons. That promoter, I could vouch for him all day, man. He's a really good dude, and he really put a lot of work, effort, time, a hell of a lot of money
Shout out.
into that concert. And just unfortunately, Amarillo wasn't the place that was destined to be. So, but it's nonetheless, it was still a great turnout.
Yeah,
in
from
Lubbock.
what
Shout
I've
out
seen,
to-
it was
I went to it. It was a really good show in Lubbock.
Shout out to A1, A Plus Records, huh?
A Plus Records, 6 is
Man,
another
it's
one.
hard to get on these
He's been
shows,
doing
though, man.
great
I've been trying
shows.
to reach out to these guys, bro, and I can never get out to them. But you know what I'm saying? I be seeing people getting on them,
Yeah.
and breaking them, man. That was one of them that I would have loved to put my passion. I would have loved to pour my passion out on the same stage as Kevin Gates,
Right.
because I'm a passionate artist, man. And I think at times, man, these promoters are sometimes they might put the wrong people on the stage, man. Kind of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. That's just my personal opinion, man. But I'm shit. Every big show that comes through that says that they're coming through, I try to get at these people, man,
Right.
to get on, man.
Sometimes it's hard, man. You
Yeah,
put
I
all
be
your effort,
getting
and
them,
they already
like-
got somebody lined up, or somebody beat you to it, or whatever. But it's
part of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this last OT show, Shorty said that they weren't allowing no openers. So I was like, damn, like that's kinda,
every show is.
I was
different.
thinking, damn,
It's so huge,
was the
though.
last openers? Did it not go good for him? That the next time he came to Amarillo, that he didn't want to allow that.
Sometimes it's not even on the artist. Sometimes it's the promoter, or sometimes it's beyond their
But I
control.
seen they had their own tour. I seen he had his own tour going, so he had his own artists. already
Yeah,
going
that could
for
be
every
another one too.
spot.
Yeah.
No local artists because I got my own
Right.
openers.
And if you go to these big city concerts, like you go to Oklahoma City, Albuquerque, all these other places, Dallas, like a lot of them don't have local openers. They just have like their main artist, their headliner, and then they have like their secondary artist that's coming up that that label,
Tories, right?
like that label or whatever is trying to push, but they don't have like locals on some of them. But
Yeah, I be tripping on that.
yeah.
I be like, damn,
I was
man.
tripping. Hey, we can tell.
Hey, check this out, man. Hey,
Don't tell me, bro.
Hey, check this out, man. I'll throw this out there, man. So so I don't give a fuck. So you
First of
know,
all.
fucking they brought Paul Wall into town, right?
Right.
So I hit
Shout
them
out.
up. I hit them up, and I'm like, "What's up, man? Let me get a jersey. I'm gonna be performing for y'all for Paul Wall." They're like, "Yeah, we can get you one. You know, you gotta buy it. You know what I'm saying?" I was like, man. You know, I bought the last when I performed for the Salt Poodles. I bought a jersey, man. It's like 150, man. I was like, dang, they didn't get no discount. No
Damn, those are expensive, bro.
Hey,
I
man,
didn't have that
Sod
much.
Poodles.
150, man, to get my name on it.
That come with
number.
sod poodle fur on it, or
Man,
what?
it came with some seats all the way over there on the side, type of stuff. But
Okay.
hey, yeah, you crazy, man.
Hey,
So,
I fell out, my bad.
Yeah. So, anyways, man, I'll let y'all know a little something, man. So,
Okay.
you know, the Bulls, they brought Paul Wall. You know what I'm saying?
Venom.
Venom brought Paul Wall, and so I was like, I messaged him. I'm like, shit, what's up, man? I'm opening up for y'all. Shit, let me get a jersey, you know, so I can rock that shit, you know. And they're like, man, you got to pay for it. And I was just like, man, I'm already paying for the spot. And I'm like, man, I kind of, you know, I'm thinking to myself, it'd be good for y'all to go ahead and just chunk me one, man. You know, we're paying to
Free
perform.
advertisement.
It's free advertisement for y'all. I'm gonna wear it through the city. I'll hang it up on my wall. I'll show it on my story.
They
I'll do
wasn't
this. I'll
feeling
do
that
that.
shit.
Hey, but you know what? They gave Paul Wall one. What'd he do?
Gave it away.
Gave it away. You know what? Paul Wall didn't rock it once. He didn't
Dang,
promote it. He didn't nothing like the local artist would have did for you.
He's like, I would have wore that
I
bitch
would have wore that
today.
bitch. I would have wore that bitch at the performance. You know what I'm saying? But I just be thinking about that stuff. Like, man, like
You can't let it get to you though.
Oh, I don't.
Keep letting it grind.
I
Eventually,
don't,
you'll be that person.
I mean, I just didn't have all the money for it. I mean, I had money in my pocket to buy that shit, but I was just like, no, I already paid for. I already paid to do the spot.
And sadly, that's what it comes down to, man. I hate to say it with shows and opening and stuff. You could be the best artist in the city, but if they're asking a X amount of dollars to open up for that show, and just some guy that's been rapping for two months out of his grandma's closet comes with that money, then they're gonna be like, hey, well, he got some money, because these shows
crazy.
take money. With the production, the promotions, designing the flyer, printing the flyer, distributing it, Facebook advertising, radio advertising.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Yeah, so it
is what it is.
Yeah, a lot of times it's about the money, man.
It's pretty much, it's all business,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, just to all y'all local artists, man, y'all just continue to work hard, continue to grind, man, continue to keep doing what you do. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do, man. Just keep pushing.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes around here you got to make your own opportunities up. But hey, Chino, we want to thank you for coming in tonight.
Big shout out
to Walking to the Moon
Anytime.
with the Trill Amigo podcast, man, being our first guest, man. We are grateful, man. Thank you for coming to our fucking spot. All right.
Yeah, anytime, bro.
Yeah,
And may y'all have a successful podcast. And man, it's an honor to be your first guest. So I appreciate y'all having
We
me.
appreciate you, Chino.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Appreciate you guys.